But as far as the scoring, Frank is a genius. Frank knows exact. Well, we share the same name, so it kind of goes synonymous. But no, Frank is the type of cat. He knows what he wants, and he's not afraid to tell you he doesn't like it. And Frank is the first person I ever understood to use um, positive confrontation. Normally, when you think of that word confrontation, it's in a negative. But there were times where I had worked on something for a few hours and I let him hear it. And he was like, I like it, but. And then after that, but, I knew it was like, okay, can you do this? Can you do that? And a lot of times he had me pull stuff out that I had where he didn't know that I had like really meticulously edited and wanted it in there. And then he said, well, no, that's too much. But then I had to look at it in his eyes. And what I mean is, without hearing it, without seeing it, he heard it and saw it. So I had to learn quickly, take my feelings off the shelf, take my pride off the shelf. But then I also had to learn that I had to look at things from his perspective, but yet add my creativity in there. And that became the challenge. And I think we pretty much nailed it, because I had to learn what you were looking at, what you wanted to hear. And I don't know if you all caught it, but each character had their own melody. Each character had their own theme. And I approached it from the place of a traditional score, to where each character had their own personality musically, so that when the song came up, the personality that was written for them accentuated who they were in the film. And it was very important to me that I got the melodies right, that I got the instrumentation right. It was very deliberate that it was more so around the piano sound versus a full orchestration sound. Because of the nature of the film, we did more of a neo type vibe to it. And that was intentional, because we wanted to capture the youth and then the emotion with that. Everything was primarily generated electronically, although I did have some phenomenal musicians, guy by the name of James Hogan, who's on guitar, and a gentleman who's no longer with us, who's played sax on it, Scott Rodemaker. These guys were incredible musicians. They came in, they played the right stuff. They just made it feel the way that it needed to feel. And then the other guys that were on the soundtrack, Jamie, the Jam, as he's called, he's got a couple of now #1 hits on the gospel charts. His music was phenomenal. His stuff was written 3, 4, 5 years before, and everything just synchronized together. And this was truly a labor of love, because we didn't know what it was going to do. Hell, I can admit I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I mean, it was something that I aspired to do. It was something I had seen done. It was something that I knew I could do. But Frank gave me the opportunity. And, since then, I've gone on to do a couple of other things. We did Miracle 7 together, which was a whole different approach to scoring. And hopefully, you'll be able to screen that as well. And prayerfully, we'll be able to work together again on your new project. I'm really excited about that. I got bit by the film bug because of Professor Goodin, and I produced a short film that I use in one of my performances that I'm afraid to let him see, because even though I had somebody shoot it for me, I wrote the script and everything, and I'm still afraid for him to let him see it. Just as a side note, I did something for a small little project that I did let him see, and in true Frank Goodin fashion, he redlined it to the point to where it really hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry.
Basically, y'all told me it looked amateurish, and pretty much don't ever do that again.
I'm sorry.
No, it helped me stay in my lane. I will never do that again. Trust me, never. So if y'all don't want an honest opinion, do not let Frank Goodin see anything you've done. Because after our phone conversation, I looked at my phone. I was like, well, dang. I was like, I tried. I mean, pretty much, he said, it looked like somebody who never had experience behind the camera shot this. And I was like, can I get any redemption? He was like, it's good for a first year film student. Not bad. So I will never, ever be behind the camera. Matter of fact, I still have all my gear, and it hasn't been out the case.
Oh, no.
The battery since that thing. So thank you, man, for allowing me to make that investment. And it did nothing but now collect dust in my
I feel so bad.
But no, but seriously, in all seriousness, no, this film I have to go down as one of my greatest achievements because we were able to do a Netflix run when Netflix really wasn't Netflix. And we did something that I haven't heard of anybody that's in this circle do. We did a Showtime run. And this film opened a lot of doors for a lot of people.